Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to tonight's free market update here for the futures market. It's Simpler Futures. Now, I kind of want to get us ready for the week. And in looking ahead, we don't have an awful lot on the calendar. You got a little bit of Fed speak and some ECB speak and that kind of thing. Tomorrow we've got Draghi in the morning. Fed's Lockhart tomorrow about midday or so, something like that. Wednesday you got some new home sales. Thursday is durable goods. There's some little bit of this and that. It's not a real action-packed week as far as what's scheduled anyway for econ. Now, of course, the earnings we need to be mindful of. There's going to be some big names in the way of earnings. I will say that about 80% or so of the S&P stocks companies that have reported thus far have beat earnings, and so the earnings have not been bad. They've been pretty decent. So here we are in what at a glance you could describe as being a kind of a sideways market. But what I'm noticing here and what I'm going to point out is the fact that we're not really breaking. It's not a moonshot, but we're not really breaking. We've had the opportunity to break a couple of times. We did get that once little lower low that we were looking for. We had the low on the cash session at 2110, which then dipped down to 2108. 2107.75 or so, something like that. But so we did get the lower low, and then we've been looking for this thing to start to resolve its way to the upside. Mind you that we are about to enter into what's traditionally, historically, the 6 months, the best 6 months of the year for the market, and that is November through April. And we're just on the cusp of that, so I'd be looking for that here on the forefront. Additionally, I might add that we have, you got turnaround Tuesday tomorrow. So while I'm looking for higher, I do want to say this. I do want to stress this one point, and that is that there's not a sense of urgency to run in and buy this thing in order to be in it for the move higher. I can see this correcting just a little bit overnight tonight and maybe tomorrow, that kind of thing, just a little correction, not much, 2130, 35, something like that, 2130 in the S&P, 35, somewhere around there. And then for us to start to look for a bid, from there, where first I want to be targeting the mid 50s here, and then ultimately I want to get us back into with the balance of this August congestion up here, which was at 2170, call it 470, whatever, 2175. It's basically up there. Okay, now here's the other thing though, and that is that while the S&P looks like that, I do want to also note that the game that's not the only game in town. Okay, here's what the Nasdaq looks like. Far and away better, much better than the ES. So while we are focused on the long side, let's do it with patience, a buy the dip type thing, in exercising patience. You don't have to rush in to get this. And while you're at it, why not buy the strength? And the strength is in this tech. So concentrate on your Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, Nvidia, Activision. Get the good, strong tech stuff. That just cannot seem to find its way lower. And the Nasdaq is trying to show us the way here, and the way seems to be higher. So if you're into futures, get you some Nasdaq futures. If you're into the options or the equities, you can look at the Qs and that kind of thing. And if you're into just straight equities and you want some options plays on some of those, then I would steer you into the tech and say look at the FANG stuff, the Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google. Look at your Activision, your Nvidia, that kind of thing that just cannot seem to sit down. Okay. All right. Hope this helps. I'm going to hop over into the premium video. Got a lot to cover over there. I've got a lot going on. Treasuries, metals. The currencies, my goodness, the dollar just we can't seem to slow that dollar down. So let me get over there and do that. You guys have a good trade, nice evening, and I look forward to being with you again here at the next update. Good night.